Excellent. Hello, everybody. Hoping you can hear me. Yeah, set my mic up kind of weird, but hopefully you can hear me. If not, I'm sorry. Should probably look at this elsewhere. Yeah. So I'm not doing Inktober, but I am inking a page. So, because I refuse to take part in Inktober, I refuse. And there's nothing against Inktober. It's just that I'm lazy. I don't like to be held to those confines of Inktober. I can't do it. I tried. It's not that I haven't tried. I've tried and I failed, and yeah. So I promised myself I won't put myself through that type of, uh, stress and struggle again. So no, I'm not going to do it. But I am inking a page, and that is almost like Inktober, I'm told, right? It's Inktober. I'm inking. Should I move this closer? Okay. Don't want to get in the way of the light, but anyway. So how's everyone doing today? I am doing just fabulous. I watch YouTube when I'm sleeping. I woke up to a nice documentary about Jack Kirby. So that was nice. And yeah. So I think what happened, well, I fell asleep watching YouTube. So what happened is I just listened to about 8 to 9 hours of just people talking about art. And so I woke up this morning and I said, I gotta draw. I just gotta. Yeah. Fun times. So yeah. So here I am inking. I'm inking. This is actually a page from my upcoming comic book, and I've been working on it for years. So I say upcoming, and some people are like, haven't you been working on that book before? Yes, I have. Been working on this book for a very long time, but this actually, I'm not inking my pencils. This is actually a photocopy of my pencils that I made a copy of, and then I go over just in case I mess up. I mean, I'm a professional. I barely mess up, but if I do, uh, you know, I'm okay. So yeah. So I hope everyone is doing well on this nice and I would dare say sunny for most of us Sunday afternoon here in October. It's October 12th, I believe. So yeah, it's a fun day, fun time. Inktober's in full swing. I am not doing it. Refuse. And I apologize if I have any comments I'm not answering to on Facebook. I am technically not using StreamYard. I am using StreamYard actually. I'm sorry. I'm just not near where I should be to use StreamYard. So if I can't see any of your comments, I apologize. Yeah. But if you're on YouTube and you put a comment in, I can see that. So yeah. I'm also using my other Yeti mic, which I barely ever use. So it should be getting me the really good sound. And if it's not, then I gotta take it back because that means it's broken. No, it's no good. So what does everybody think about the glass desk? I know it's a lot of glare, especially like in this area here. So a lot of glare, but I try not to clean it because I feel like I'll miss some residue, and I'll put the page down, and then whatever Windex I've used, the paper will catch and soak up, and then I'll have this blue chemical or whatever color. Because sometimes we buy off-brand Windex, and it's not always blue. I think the strangest color I've seen it in is green or clear. Clear Windex doesn't seem like it would work though, does it? Clear Windex seems like it would be just water they put in the bottle. Yeah. If anybody wonders, yes, I do have on my coonskin hat. I do have it on because it's my favorite hat. It's my YouTube hat. Some people have a thinking cap. I have a YouTube hat. I asked my wife if I pass to make sure she buries me in this hat. She probably won't, or she'll put it on the side of me. You know, my wife. I hadn't gone to many funerals before I met my wife, and gone to a few, but not a lot. And I never. And when I went to her family's funeral, I noticed they actually put a lot of stuff inside the coffin with the person, with the deceased, and that was kind of shocking to me because I had never seen that. Most people, they just they leave the deceased alone and that's it. But yeah, they put a lot of stuff in there. I mean, they load you up. So I mean, you know, not that you don't need it, but yeah, they load the coffin up. I've seen gosh, I think books, pictures, lottery tickets. You might wonders what this is. I am actually using a Jelly Roll white ink pen to go around this image. I don't know if you guys can see that. Jelly Roll 10. It's a nice pen. This is a 10 size. When I first bought these, I didn't know they had sizes. I just grabbed a couple of them, and just so happens I grabbed all the individual sizes that I needed. And then I went back and got some more, and so yeah, I have like 6 pairs or 6 sets. But yeah, they're really cool, and they get a nice white line in there. Also got Uni Pasca. Uni? Maybe it's Uni, but it's another paint marker. This is a little harsher. You have to shake it, but this runs. Like if you use a lot of this will run. So you gotta be careful with this one. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff in here, and you can see I don't really clean out my desk much. If my desk is clean, that's because I've gone to a convention or something, and it's I need to take supplies with me. Move back over here where you guys can see it. And the YouTube has a bit of a delay. So see, I'm not sure if you guys are seeing what I'm putting out. Well. It is on my personal YouTube channel, which I think you can find by just looking at Varying Grant. I'm pretty sure you can. If not, you can see it on my Facebook. Yeah. All right. Oh, and then I have this Pitt Faber-Castell Pitt white 101 artist Pitt artist pen brush. It's really nice. I like this one too. Gives me a nice fine line. Really good one. Another one I like. All right. So yeah. Inking. That's what we're doing. I do like my Copic multi-liners, but some people don't like inking their own work, and I used to be one of those people because I draw very dark, so I'm told. I'm also told that I draw really clean lines, which is a big compliment from some people. I really appreciate that. But I'm also, again, because I've already expressed this, I'm lazy. And being lazy means that I don't want to watch, I don't want to draw the same thing twice. So I used to trick myself and not draw the entire image and just finish it with inks. And I still do that from time to time, but just so it doesn't feel like I'm redrawing the same image twice. But then sometimes you get a bad inker. So if you can find somebody who can ink your stuff, I mean, that's great. I've got a few people that I know that actually do really well with inking my art, and I really like the way it comes out looking. And there are others who, yeesh, yeah, and it's not their fault. Sometimes people overpower your inking because they kind of put a lot of their own style in there, and that's fine, But yeah, I'd rather my art look like I drew it and not someone else, or not this hybrid of me and someone else. So some artists are able to, some inkers are artists in their own right. Um, they're able to really do a good job and really make it seem as if it's still your art inked over. But other ones, I've got some pages back before where I had to go in and try to fix them and redo some things. I generally joke that I'm gonna turn my wife into my inker so she could do it for free, but don't think she'll do it for free. I don't really think she will. I think she'll somehow, some way, I'll pay for her inking my art. She has no interest in inking actually, so can't even trick her into it. If you hear any noise in the background, I think my neighbors are having a party or something, and I don't know for what. I don't know what they're celebrating. They find a reason to celebrate every weekend though. They found a reason to celebrate. I'll tell you guys, when it comes to inking some of this stuff, I have to be careful. See, I have a lot of little tricks I use. And anybody who's inks, probably knows this. But when I try to cheat and go through and ink with this here, this touch marker, which I try to fill in the heavy and large black. When I do that, I like to let it dry for like an hour or two. Well, the problem with that is that sometimes it begins to bleed. So you can look around the edges and you'll notice you don't have like the finest edge, and that bothers me. Plus, this is a rich guy. He's got to be edged up, right? Can't be like me out here. All right, so what are we going to do here? Now listen to that wind out there. Let's see if we have anything on. If I have anything on Facebook, that would be I am live there. And let's see here. It'd be weird if I can't get on Facebook, wouldn't it? This tablet is very weird and does not like to let me on. So it's getting old. It's actually pretty old. So it's actually probably time for a new tablet. Well, I have a new tablet, but this is my computer desk tablet now. But I probably should get a new one. I'll explain to my wife that I need a new tablet. Aaron Julie says, of all pages, it had to be this one. Yeah, sorry, Aaron, it had to be this page. This is the violent page. This is the violent page. It's the violent page. I'm sorry. Don't worry. He's gonna get his comeuppance. You know, he's gonna get his comeuppance. I promise you. I'll probably get flagged for it. This guy showed violence on his Facebook. You guys don't understand. I am not a good writer. So, okay. Does everyone remember the Death of Superman book? Okay. I'm not saying that the people who wrote that book aren't very good writers. They're professionals, so therefore they must be better than me. But if you remember in that book, when Doomsday, who kills Superman, arrives, he breaks free of his prison, and he's storming the city. He actually, the first thing happens is he puts his hand out, and this little baby bird lands on his palm of his hand, and he crushes it. In his hand is crushed, and just crushes this baby bird. Well, I remember as a kid thinking, "Ooh, big deal. He killed a defenseless little baby bird." And so I always thought that was kind of weird that they would do that. Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, that what, you just keep drawing every day, and I have this. My wife hates it, but I have to do it. I like to surround myself with comics and art that from other artists, and when I do that, I find that I tend to look at it and say, okay, if my art can't stand up next to that and look like it belongs or like it would belong, then I'm not releasing it. My wife hates that because she knows that means that I'll, not release the book. But I've been threatened this time, so I had to put this book out. I've been threatened, so yeah. This book took me a while to do. Very long while. A lot longer than I thought it should have. A lot longer than a lot longer than I intended, actually. But yeah, it's really fun to do. It's fun to sit back here and look back. It almost look like looking back after I've drawn the pages and doing the inkstorm, because I remember little things. And if I wasn't happy with them, I have a quick opportunity at that point to change it. I want to thicken up that line there. Yeah, so I have an opportunity to go in and fix it and change stuff around, and you get to be George Lucas for a second. I never liked that. I'm gonna go back in and change it. And then I've been experimenting with a bunch of different types of inking lately. I moved from brush to Copic multi-liners. I even got some Higgins ink and some brushes. I don't know where I put them. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I got some brushes. This is a cheap value pack. I didn't put any real money on brushes, but we'll give this a try and see. I'm probably not gonna ink this page, but I'll probably try some other art very soon. See if I ink that'll help. So yeah, this is I'm gonna go around here, make sure he's framed. I'll go in here and change some stuff up. But yeah, fun times. Aren't we having fun, boys and girls? Watching me do all the work. That spittle there was all dead with one of these jelly rolls. So if you got a black background, you got to add spittle or stars. That's your best bet. Use one of those. I think I'm going to put a thicker black line under it. Whoa, chisel tip. Can't do that. And if the black that you're using isn't dark enough or deep enough, I find that letting it dry and then going back in there like an hour or so later, you should get the desired result. You should, maybe not, but I'm still fighting a cold. So sorry for the sniffles if you hear them. I understand they can get irritating. I listened to myself on the Indie Vote show a couple of days ago. Listened to a show from about a week ago, a few days ago, and I just kept sniffling. Why didn't someone tell me? So I apologize, but I've been fighting sniffles for a while now. Okay. Yeah. And, this was actually a very uncomfortable scene to draw. There are two versions of this scene. This is the less violent. uh, I will say this. I didn't understand it for a while, but when you're young, when I was young, I wanted to be a, provocateur. I wanted to, upset the status quo and do stuff and say stuff. And yeah, then I got, older and became a father and got married and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, like some of the violence I start to not be okay with. Some people might call it maturity. I got soft, That's the truth. Softened up. Now my wife is the hardcore one. She's like, yeah, violence. All right, let's see here. They might blacken those windows out, but I don't know. I want to leave my colorist an opportunity to get in there and have some fun with it as well. But I don't know. Huh. What do you guys think? Nah, we'll go in there and add some things. How about that? Let's see here. We got that done. Yeah, that's all nice and dark. And then we have, yeah. So that's pretty much good. Now I gotta go and do a little work on these faces here. Hopefully it's all dry. This is 0.5 in case anyone's wondering what I'm inking with inside here. Yeah. I want her face to be really eclipsed by her hair. There we go. I'm happy with that. Okay. So is any? Oh yes. Again, I'm wearing uh my coonskin hat in case anyone's wondering. I want anybody to know I cut my hair and chopped it and dyed it brown and blonde. That'd be a good look for me though. I think I can pull it off. Think that my child would be ashamed of me though. I couldn't even take him to the bus stop. Why'd you do that to your hair? I'll tell everybody. I used to hate drawing hair, and I would listen to all these tips and pointers about how to draw it and how to draw it better and more realistically. And what I found was somebody was like, "Well, just draw it as one. Think of it as a moving mass. Think of it as one object." And that didn't help me at all. That didn't help me at all. But I just start buying like sketchbooks and filling it up with stuff that I thought I was bad at. So if I want to draw hands, or I felt like I wasn't very good with hands, I draw a lot of hands. And if I wanted to draw like eyes, I draw a lot of eyes. And this notebook was for nothing but so a notebook for eyes, a notebook for hands, a notebook for until I just got comfortable to the point where I felt like, okay, I can do this now without having to worry if I screwed it up. And yeah, that's a little tip if you're interested in learning how to do some of that stuff. To break that up a little bit in there, just a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this is untraditional Inktober, but I'm still having fun with it. Yeah. Let's see. I really considering putting like this black in some of this bed out here. I think I might. I think I might. I very rarely post art videos, especially videos of me drawing up, and I think that some people usually forget that I can draw. I won't blame them because the truth is sometimes I forget I can draw. Oh, that's right, I could do that. So I don't post a lot of videos up, and I don't even think I post a lot of art up. Is the thing. In fact, I think it was Lewis a couple weeks ago. He said you never post anything. He didn't put it so nicely. He says you never post. You know, he was swearing. He was using foul language. No, he was very playful. He says you gotta post more. I'm like, yeah, I could, I guess. Guess I could post more. You guys get tired of it. He must think the world revolves around his art. I could hear him now. I could hear it now. All right. What do I want to use? Yeah, I use do my little pull-ups. And then what you guys don't know is that I'll wait and I'll go back over this still. When you see it in the comic, you're like, you didn't do that live. No, I didn't. Because I'm never happy with it. I'm never happy with it until it's done, or until it's yanked out of my hands with my wife, who will tell me, you're going to overwork it. It's going to look horrible. Then you'll be satisfied. Or will I? Because I've got the piece still. I've still got it. I can go back in and edit it again if I wanted to. Oops. Got this little marker here from Japan. Well, China. Sorry. And I love it. I got a bunch of them. Cheap. Yeah. That'll do for now. And I might go back in there and do some else of that bedspread. Yeah. Hopefully it's nice. You guys like it. I have a book. I should say I had a book on textures. And how to properly illustrate textures in art. And some uncultured swine stole it. But I know who stole it. I know the person who stole it. And I recently looked at their art, and they have not utilized any of the teachings in that book at all. I shouldn't be so mean, but it's true. They have not utilized any of that. They're still out here messing up. Yeah, not good. Yeah, it looks good to me. So I think I'm going to make this a quick video, wrap it up here today. Now, I may require an assistance from the oldest of my family members in the room to actually possibly shut it down. Maybe. Are you gonna hit my outro first? My new the Art of Varian outro. Should be the only one there. Should be the only one in there. Down on the side panel in brand or something. Yeah, look at you got the arrows under now. There's only two there.
There's three.
What is it? Oh, okay. Well, the first one with my name should be the one you want to hit.
What's your name?
Yep, it's red and black. And then you're gonna hit in broadcast.
How do I use this mouse?
Have difficulty using my mouse? Hold on. Can you turn this on?
I don't know how to click it.